Thank you all for staying so long. You know, there's an awakening going on in this country, and it's an awakening that's coming because people are finally willing to tell the truth. How many people here are involved in the Occupy movement? Just raise your hand. Look at that. Look at that. Why is that? Why is the Occupy movement tied to Bradley Manning? We're rooted in the same soil. We're rooted in the soil of corruption of this government, corruption in this country. We see it so deeply. We saw it yesterday in the day of the hearing, Bradley Manning's first day in court. They've appointed a hearing examiner who works for the Department of Justice under Eric Holder and President Obama. We have a hearing beginning after President Obama's already announced that Manning is guilty, already announced it, said it on a videotape. We have Bradley Manning who's been tortured for 18 months, a year of that in solitary confinement. What kind of corrupt system is this? It's so blatant. It's so tragic. It is a system that is awakening all of us. I have no question that Bradley Manning showing the courage of one person standing up and telling the truth is one of the reasons we're seeing a revolt around the world.
Yes. Yeah.
He is leading us by example, and all of those involved in the Occupy, we are all leading by example. We are all leading by example. We're getting out there. We're telling the truth. We're not going to be frightened by police who abuse us. We're not going to be frightened by media that doesn't cover us or miscovers us. We're going to get the truth out. We're going to get the truth out, and we're going to change the direction of this country. We're going to shift power from corporate rule to people rule, from money rule to people rule. And that's where we're headed, and we're not going to turn back. We are just at the beginning of this path. We're just at the beginning of the path, and we're going to walk arm in arm with Bradley Manning along this route. Because Bradley Manning is one of us. He is one of the 99%. He's one we're going to defend, and anyone else who is with us, we will show the same kind of support. We are all in this together. We're all in this in unity. We're all in this in solidarity. Solidarity is what's going to get us through this. We know the people can rule better than the elites. The economic and political elites have led this country off a cliff. They've led us off an economic cliff of corruption and greed, and a into wars that can't end, that just refuse to end, the long wars that they expect to last for all of our lives. It's not going to happen. We're not going to let it happen. We're not going to let it happen. They're letting us go into an environment where it's degraded and threatening the existence of this country, of this world. Climate change is real and it's being ignored. Issue after issue, ignored, lies told about it. Our job is to get out the truth, and the truth will get people educated, organized, and mobilized. We've already had an impact, folks. We've already had an impact. Frank Lutz, Republican pollster, says this movement scares him to death. President Obama, surrounded by his Wall Street advisors, now is trying to sound like an occupier. We are having an effect. And let me tell you something, when this winter's over, the American spring is going to be transformative. It's going to be transformative. You know what's going to be happening in the American spring? Not only are we all coming to Washington, D.C., we're going to occupy that city in ways that people are not going to believe ever could exist. Ray McGovern, the fear they have of us surrounding the Capitol is going to become a reality. It's going to become a reality. You think the Madison Capitol is occupied? Wait till you see what happens in Washington, D.C. We're going to be occupying this country in a serious way. What else is happening in the spring? Bradley Manning's trial. Bradley Manning's trial will be happening while this uprising is occurring. That coincidence is going to be historic, folks, and we're all going to be part of it. Thank you all for being here today. We are just beginning. We are just beginning. Peace to all.